Greetings, math fans. All right, so these are the additional problems that I assigned, and these are just the even ones, so let's do them. All right, so this is page 260, and the first one we're going to do is number 10. And we have 2 secant of x plus 1 equals secant of x plus 3. So I'm just going to move everything to one side here. The secant, so if I subtract secant, I get secant of x. Move the 1 over, and I get a 2. Okay, I'm not really good with secant, so I'm going to change this guy to cosine of x, and this is just a ratio. So cosine of x equals 1/2. That's pretty easy now. Cosine is positive here and here. Cosine of what is 1/2, and we are in radians. So my reference angle is pi over 3. That means this one's pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. Those are my two answers. Okay. Number 12, secant squared of x plus 2 equals -1. So we subtract 2 from both sides, so we get secant squared of x equals -3. Take the square root of both sides. Boo! No solution. Can't take the square root of a negative number. Okay. Number 14. Oh, this one's kind of nice. This is actually factored for us already. So we just set each of those equal to 0. Cosecant of x, and that equals -2. Cosecant of x equals √2. And again, I'm not very good with that, so I'm just going to change this into sine of x equals -1/2. And sine of x equals, if I ration 1 over that, gives me √2 over 2. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, of course, sine is negative here and here. Sine of what is 1/2? It's going to be reference angle is going to be pi over 6. So that means these guys down here, this is going to be 7 pi over 6. And this is going to be 11 pi over 6. Okay, two answers right there. And this guy here, of course, is a 45-degree angle, and we're here and here. So this is going to be pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4. Okay, get your 4 answers there. All right, so let's do number 16. And we got 2 cosine squared of x minus √3 cosine of x equals 0. Of course, I'm going to divide by cosine of x to factor it out. Please don't divide and cancel. It's divide and factor. So I'm going to factor out a cosine of x. So I get 2 cosine of x minus √3 equals 0. And set each one of those equal to 0 now. So cosine of x equals 0. And 2 cosine of x minus √3 equals 0. So, well, of course, cosine of what is 0? And we're up here and here, right? From 1, 0, -1, 0. So we are still in radians. So it's going to be pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. Okay? So 3 here. And then this guy here, it's going to be cosine of x equals √3 over 2. It's positive, and cosine's positive here and here. So cosine of what is √3 over 2? Reference angle is pi over 6. So that means this one is pi over 6, and this one is 11 pi over 6. Okay? And number 18. We got tangent cubed of x equals 3 tangent of x. Alright, and so again, you don't divide by tangent of x, you subtract to factor. So tangent cubed of x minus 3 tangent of x equals 0. So I get tangent of x times tangent squared of x minus 3 equals 0. So I say tangent of x equals 0 and tangent squared of x equals 3. Take the square root. So I get tangent of x equals plus or minus root 3. Right? So it looks to me I'm going to have 6 answers. Right? Where's tangent 0? Remember it's 0, undefined, 0, undefined. So we're still in radians, so this is going to be 0, one answer, and pi is another answer. And then it's plus or minus root 3. There's no 3 party here. Okay, so it's not 30 degrees, it's 60 degrees, which is pi over 3. That's my reference angle. And since it's plus or minus, that means it's all quadrants. So it's kind of nice because this is pi over 3. This is 2 pi over 3. This is 4 pi over 3. And this is 5 pi over 3. Okay, so those are your 6 answers. Okay, number 20. So this is nicely factored for you again. That's always friendly. Don't expect friendly ones like this on the test. Okay, so that's really pretty easy. Tangent of theta equals 1. Cosine theta equals 1. The only issue here is, like this, the tangent theta equals 1. It's not a quadrantal. It's a 45-degree reference angle, right? Positive here and here. So this is 45 degrees because we're in degrees now, and this is going to be 225 degrees. All right, this one is a quadrantal, and it's right here. It's at 0 degrees. Okay, so 0, 45, and 225. Okay, and number 22, this is now in degrees. I give you everything nicely factored, which don't expect anything this friendly on a test. Alright, and just set each of those equals 0. It's easy. Tangent of theta equals 1. Cosine of theta equals 1. Alright, this is tangent is positive in these two quadrants here, so the reference angle is 45 degrees. So we get 45 degrees and 225 degrees. Okay, this one, cosine is 1 right there at 0, so it's 0 degrees. Okay, pretty easy. 31. We get secant squared of theta, tangent theta equals 2 tangent of theta. Now remember, math fans, you cannot divide and cancel. You can factor, but you can't cancel. So if I want to factor, I have to move that over. So I get secant squared of theta, tangent of theta minus 2 tangent of theta equals 0. And I factor tangent of theta out. And it's minus 2 equals 0. Okay, so tangent of theta equals 0. Secant squared of theta equals 2. And so do you guys agree? We have tangent. This is right 0, undefined, 0, undefined. So again, this is in degrees. So that's going to be 0 degrees and 180 degrees. And this one, I'm just going to change this into cosine squared of theta equals 1/2. And I take the square root, and so I get cosine theta equals root 2 over 2. So, and it's plus or minus, of course. So it's in all 4 quadrants. So, of course, the reference angle is 45 degrees, and then 135, 225, and 315. Okay, so that's how you have 6 answers. Cool. And the last one here is 32, which is a really good problem. Cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta equals 0. Great problem. There are actually 3 ways to solve this one. An obvious one to me is going, oh, I can change that cosine squared to 1 minus sine squared of theta. Minus sine squared of theta, right? And then I get 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta equals 0. I'm going to move that over, so I get 2 sine squared of theta equals 1 divided by 2. So sine squared of theta equals 1/2. Take the square root of both sides. I get sine of theta equals plus or minus root 2 over 2. Which just means, like, it's positive, here and here, and negative here and here. And it just means we have 45 degrees here, 135, 225, and 315. Okay, now I'll tell you another way you could have done this, math fans, is you could have recognized, either way, you could have recognized this one as, or this one as what? Cosine of 2 theta, right? So I could have done cosine of 2 theta then equals 0. Well, that's pretty easy too, because where is cosine 0? Well, first of all, it's double the number of answers. So do you guys agree 2 theta is equal to 90 degrees? And 2 theta equals 270, right? Because cosine is 0 here and here. And then I would add 360 degrees to that, right? Because it's double the number of answers. So I get 2 theta is equal to 450, and 2 theta is equal to 630. Then, of course, I multiply this by 1/2, which gives me theta is equal to 45, 135, 225, and 315 degrees. Okay? And then the last way to do it, which we've actually done similar problems to this, couldn't I have just, going from the original problem, move sine squared over and get cosine squared of theta equals sine squared of theta? Interesting. And then divide both sides by cosine squared of theta. So I get tangent squared of theta equals 1. Take the square root, so I get tangent of theta equals plus or minus 1. And of course, it's positive here and negative here. The reference angle is 45 degrees. That's how I get 45, 135, 225, and 315 degrees. Okay, so that was a good problem, because that you could have done it a lot of different ways and still come up with the same answer. All right. Anyway, that's it, math fans. Study hard for that test, because you guys need to do well. All right. Have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.